Ahem. Ahem. Music. Hello and good day to you. Welcome to my stream. I have great news. I hope the microphone sensitivity and everything is alright. Today was a happy day. The goal for today was to go out and ask for girls' numbers. Aka start dating. You know, go out, see the parks, see if you can get someone's number, and so on and so forth. Move out of your comfort zone and the like. So in the end, I managed to ask a girl, and she's super cute, super duper cute, and she said yes, and I'm super happy, and I'm here to tell about the day and the story of that. First of all, I have took a shower, washed my hair, got some light cologne on. I have went in the thinner jacket. It's a nicer one. I was a bit afraid that it would be not like too much to my shape, but it was kind of a loose jacket, so it was nice. I took out my bicycle, a normal bicycle, nothing else, and went out to the city. So I checked out the parks nearby, cruising around, went up to the first larger park, which is like 10 minutes on a bicycle. This is not beside our prefabs, but a little more to the, well, not city center, but hotspots. And we have a new place called Atala Plaza. It just recently opened, so they renovated the parks beside it. So I was like, yes, that's the first goal. So I went there, I was cruising, I have followed every advice, my female friends, and I have been chatting with girls, kind of on forums and the like, and I have asked advices for them. Where should I look for you? They said, just go out and be polite and ask out girls wherever. Pretty much parks, when they are sitting around, so on and so forth, was one goal. The other recommended they like to talk on trains. The third was in a bus stop, so on and so forth. If a girl is interested and you ask her, she will tell. If she's not, then she will be like, well, I have a boyfriend whatsoever, or I'm not interested, and so on. So this was the goal. I went out, I have checked out the first park. There was not many people around. So I have spotted a girl, and when I ask a girl, I usually, I know I can be creepy, I have said that before, so I always like to leave a kind of escape path in the question, like how should I translate this? So the question was that I asked the first girl if she's available, or if she's waiting for someone. But in the available, I asked not if she wants to date, if she wants to get to know each other, but in a lighter form. Like it can mean friends, or it can mean any kind. Do you want to socialize, get to know each other in one word, kind of. And this was the first question. And I said I leave an escape path, so it wouldn't be too complicated if she wants to say no. So in this case, that was that was if she's waiting for someone. I saw she was a bit awkward, and I felt like maybe this wasn't such a good idea. And she said she's actually waiting for someone, and well, she was actually waiting for someone. So I didn't find any more people. So instead of checking out the plaza, I took a turn and went out to the big lake around. It's called the Bottomless Lake, and there was like around 3 girls that I have asked out. I think around 3, and this time I didn't. Around this time, I think at the first one, maybe I had an escape sentence, but because at the first one I had, at the rest I did not. The reason for this is that for one, I'm very soft-spoken, and the girls are very polite and kind of blushing, and it wasn't, you know, as bad as I expected it. So I just asked them if, hey, would you like to get a coffee sometimes, maybe? And then she was like, no, sorry, I have a boyfriend, but thank you. And one of the girl, I think she was the last girl I have asked out around there, because I noticed another girl, but she was eating. And I have noticed other girls too, but they were with their pets, so I didn't know if, you know, is that okay or not okay. I also wasn't sure when girls are in groups, like they are with their friends. I think it's obviously a friend time, isn't it? So I wasn't sure. So the last girl I asked out, I actually had a banter with it, and she said, no, sorry, I have a boyfriend, but she was super cute, and we talked too, because I said, I'm sorry, I know it's awkward, but my female friend said to, you know, go around and ask out girls in that park to get a girlfriend. And then she answered, she said, yes, that's what you should do. And she said to go around and don't be afraid, and just ask because she said to me that there are for surely, because this is where you ask out girls. So go out and I should ask out girls, because there is surely other single girls in this area or park. There usually are a lot. And I told, no, I asked 2 girls out, there is no more. So that was enough for now. And but she was very encouraging. Like I expected, you know, it to be so much more awkward, the whole thing, so much more awkward. And it was actually very nice, and she was encouraging. Here I would like to mention another girl I know from Discord. She's French, and she's super nice. I have talked to her a little bit. She's I don't know, very energetic, and a bit sassy. She's very fun. So she was also encouraging me before, you know, I wrote on Discord out that I'm going to go out to find girls, and first she asked for details and dark pictures. No, the dark pictures came later. No, actual dark pictures, like the avian, like ducks, because there are a lot of ducks in these parts at both places. There were a lot of them, and they were super cute too. And some of them were sleeping too, or, you know, enjoying the sunbath. So anyway, this girl was super very encouraging. She told me to not be afraid, go for it. It might be that some girls don't want to talk, some of them may be rude, but don't let them encourage you. And the thing is, I be honest, it's much more painful to not ask a girl out than have an awkward moment for 10 seconds. Because honestly, if you ask a girl out and walk like 3 or 4 meters, then it's like never happened. Like you are out of that area. Alright? You have to really stare back to be in that awkward area again. And it was a very nice day. Oh, so anyway, I have continued my journey. I was like, all right, there will be other days. When I'm coming back. I want to check out on other park on the other side of the first park where I went. There is a place called the park with the bull, not the Bulls Park, the park with the bull, to be precise in translation. And yeah, that was awesome. It has been renovated too now a couple years ago when they finished the metro line, I think, or maybe a little bit after that. And I went around, and once again, you know, I was cycling, and I just stopped with the bicycle, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, could I maybe ask you out for a coffee later on? And the reactions I got were actually just so adorable. Like they were so cute. And sometimes I may have you know, girls usually look pretty good even for their age. And I might have overshot my age a couple of times, and I have undershot it too, which I have I'm first of all, I might be a little bit short-sighted. Second of all, it does not seem from far away, and sometimes I can miss the age of a girl. And there was a girl who was very well dressed, and she was reading a book, and I was yeah, sure. And but when she looked up from the book, I instantly noticed that she's very young. And I was like, oh no, sorry, I was just looking for the direction, but I realized, no, I'm stupid. Sorry, let's read on. You know, she was, I think, what, 16 maybe. So I escaped instantly, and I went on, and this actually happened like I did. Ah, to be fair, I have asked out very many girls. So I think I actually happened twice because one girl was in a mask, and so that was kind of really hard to tell. And yeah, and wow. And I even, just to not make the same mistake again, I went around, and I was like, yeah, she's pretty much, you know, she had the handbag and everything. And then I wanted to ask her if she's eating alone, and then she took off the mask to talk to me. And once again, there are just signs that you know that she's how should I say, developing. I was like, oh my god. And I was like, you seem very young, don't you? And she was like, "Mm, yeah, I'm kind of young." And I was like, then I'm sorry, I missed, I kind of miss you, you know. So yeah, so I went back to the park of the bull, the park with the bull, and I have asked out a couple girls, and all of them were super nice. And then I went on, and actually wanted to ask the last girl out on that part, because I kind of went around and I was like, okay, I already asked out 2 or 3 girls. I don't know, a lot. You see, a lot. And I think this is something that have to be thought about. Then there is a lot of girls you have to ask out. But I have to tell you, all of them were super adorable, super kind, very nice, and very smiling. And it left in a very good feeling within me that I actually asked them out. And I feel like this could be a hobby. I mean, it's such a happy thing. And so I went to this place where I was like, oh, there are like ice creams, and I kind of wanted to ask the girl out, but I kind of wanted the ice cream too. So I was kind of, I like, oh, that's nice girl, oh, that's a nice ice cream. And so anyway, it came out that she was a cashier sitting on the bench, and she got up. Oh, I got a message. I got a message. Oh, Oh, okay. I got a Facebook message. I'm super focused. So anyway, this girl was super adorable. Like I think she was super adorable the way she was carrying herself too. And yeah, and she saw that I want an ice cream. So she went on and asked if I wanted ice cream, and I was like, yeah, because I really wanted an ice cream. She was right. I totally wanted an ice cream, but I didn't have time to check out which one. So I was like, okay, I'm going to like take down the bicycle and like just look around. And in the end, I asked for two grape, very good red grape. It was more purplish, but you know, it was super nice, and it was super nice and very yummy too. And I asked for two rolls. And one was like more of a sweet pastry roll. These are like cones, like the ice cream cone, just very small, and you can just kind of snack on it. And the other one was much thicker, and had chocolate in it. So I asked for those. I kind of paid that, and then I was like, I'm sorry, could I, you know, take you out for a cafe sometimes, maybe too? And I'm sorry, it's maybe two, but that kind of that's how my language is. And she said, oh, I'm sorry, I actually have a boyfriend. Please don't be angry. And I was like, you know, but not please don't be angry, like seriously. That's just some. I say that too all the time. It's just, you know, the politeness. Like it's an inbuilt politeness. Like, you know, it's just nice, and it is really nice. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. Uh, I apologize. I didn't want to make you uncomfortable. And she was smiling so much, and I was like, no, you didn't make me uncomfortable. You know, it's kind of the. It felt really nice. Oh. Uh, mm, 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 okay, no. No, anyway. Sorry, I have gotten a message, and I have replied. So anyway, I apologize. And the next thing, so I have checked out all these places, and I decided, alright, because this is a first day, I'm kind of scouting out the places, getting familiar with them, what are the costumes, how to do this. I'm an amateur. The next was that I went to the plaza. It's a five level plaza, very modern. Like it got made a year ago or so, or half a year ago, I don't know, but it's super awesome. And I kind of feel a little bit bad, regardless that I got a girl's number, because I was a little bit a scared cat, and there were very tall girls, and I can get really shy and very blushy around tall girls, and I, because you know they are tall girls, and I didn't manage to ask the number of a couple, but in the end I managed to get the number of one girl, and I'm going to tell you about that too. And so the point is, I went around, asked a couple girls. One was a little bit annoyed. You know, she wasn't in the mood, but she was still super polite. Like she was very nice, and I didn't understand the question, even asked back, which was not very nice, I think, in that situation. But she repeated, and I was like, oh, sorry, I just go them and be well, I'm sorry. You know, the usual, I don't want to be rude, and so on and so forth. It's already kind of weird that I'm going around, you know, asking out girls, like, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? So it's kind of, but you know, and mm, 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 mm. Pardon? Mm, 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 mm. Alright. Okay. I have actually got anyway, I will not put the time in a moment. Okay, and now it's frozen down. I really like this one. Okay, come on, work, work. So anyway, I actually hmm, all right. So um, wow, 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 wow. All right, I'm talking with friend elderly, and you know, we are talking about how Facebook works. So the point is, I have asked out a lot of girls in this plaza. Um, I also tried asked a girl if I can like I wanted to try this kind of thing. I wanted to ask a girl to eat with me, and I wanted to wink at a girl. I couldn't wink at any girls. That's just somehow didn't work. I'm sorry. So I went around. It has a really big restaurant place, like a really big one. Um, you know, fast food, and then there are just benches, like a lot of benches. Like I don't know, 80 meters and just benches. I don't know, lot. So I have spotted a couple of girls who were eating alone and kind of sad, alone eating. And I asked, I'm sorry, miss, are you eating alone? Could I eat with you? And she was like, no, 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 well, first because I kind of asked the question like, are you eating alone? And she said yes to that, but then it said, no, 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 I'm with my boyfriend. You know, that's kind of a kind of thing I'm not interested. So that was I tried that twice, and it didn't work once. I'm kind of sorrowful about it. It would have been nice, but I don't know if it's polite or not. So I just leave it at that. I wanted to try it out. Like, okay, so after this, I went on and played with a robotics. And how should I say this in English? So there is a robot. It's very small, half your size, can see you, understand you, and so when you go talk to the robot, it's going to look at you. Wow, that's hard. It's going to look at you. When it had looked at you, it's going to ask how can it help. I have a bad feeling for saying it and the like, but I don't really know to say she or he. I'm going to say he because it just feels so, you know, it just feels I don't want to when something is so lifelike, I don't want to refer to it as an object, you know. And so the point being, it was he was a really nice little robot. He asks you how can he help you. It looks at you, and you say like the shop's name that you want to find, and you say like I want to find the bookshop, and he will like yes I heard it, yes, okay, I know what you're looking for, and I actually found it. And if he doesn't find it, he will tell you that he didn't find it. And there was an old man there, and it was the cutest thing ever. The old man looked like you know, fully white hair, around 80. That's kind of and he was like standing there, and he was super duper cute. And he asked a lot of questions from the robot, and even whispered there like, do you know where the bookshop is? And the robot was like, of course I know where the bookshop is. And then he was like, okay, thank you. And the robot said, you are welcome, I was very happy to help you. It actually set him a very realistically seeming answer, and he was like, he was standing there so dumbfounded like, this is so amazing, there is a robot here that talks back to me, wow. And I was like, yeah, I know, right? And I'm just standing there dumbfounded too, and I'm like, this thing is amazing. And we are so happy, and we talked to the robot a little bit, and then I went out to the bicycle, opened the locks, got up, and yeah um, yeah, I'm not going to say the rest because it will be rude. I've wanted to ask out a girl on a bicycle, a tall girl, and a girl when I was going into the place, but I was kind of too scared. And there was another girl who, I don't know why, but now that I was like trying to date, I had certain signs that for some reason kind of catched my eye, and I don't know why. Like, this never happened before, but now that I was actively asking out girls, some kind of switch just went onto my head, and there was a girl who was walking towards me. She was very well dressed, and when I looked at her, and kind of didn't think, but I was very interested in her, and I kind of looked at her, and she took off her, you know, sunglasses, these big sunglasses, and she kind of was doing like she would tie her hair back, but kind of just brush it back really hard, and put her sunglasses out her head, and she was looking at me. And I was on the bicycle, and she wasn't looking at me, and it was at a crosswalk, so I already started to cross, and I didn't know how to go back or how to ask her out, because on the bicycle, even walking, this would be kind of weird. But I don't know, just something like something kind of hit me that I don't know, some kind of instincts or something switched in me that she's suddenly stopping and like opening, not opening her hair, but like brushing it all the way, and like when she looked at me, she took off her sunglasses to look at me, and then we get really close to each other. She kind of looked away, so I don't in the end I couldn't really ask her out. I had a feeling that she wanted to be asked out. We were around the same age, so I don't know what happened there. This was a very, very first kind of thing. I think the first in my whole life. Never seen this before. I don't know what was it. Kind of feel sad that I couldn't ask her out, and I kind of would feel bad that she's disappointed that she didn't get asked out, or maybe she misunderstood something. Anyway, today was a long day. I have arrived home at an hour or yeah, around yes. Now that I have been streaming for 30 minutes, around an hour ago, and yeah, so I took up on the bicycle and I kind of started cruising towards home. While going home, I decided to go in between the prefabs and kind of see if there are any other parks or places where girls are sitting. I have spotted a couple person. One was a guy, and when I was actually cruising towards the park at the start of the day, I also noticed a girl sitting there, but she also had a baby, so I didn't notice that. So I kind of went beside her and I make a big turn, like I'm on a bicycle and I have to turn back, and I didn't have any other place. Wouldn't be like totally awkward that I just turned towards her direction. Um, and I noticed another couple of people back on the way too, and they had babies too. So I'm not sure if this means like they are single mothers or just sitting around. Probably just sitting around, to be honest, because single moms and not single moms, like yes, single moms, but single that like they are currently single, like when they are working single, when they are alone. There is another word for it. I remember when I started speaking, but no, I don't. So I know that mothers, when they are having babies, and when when the baby is small, they walk around a lot with the baby too, walking on a lot in parks and so on and so forth. I did not have a child, so I don't yet know why they do that. But they do it a lot. I think they kind of need this for some reason. Probably, I don't know. I don't want to make things up. I don't know why, but no, it seems logical. They want to have a walk because raising a child is not easy. So anyway, I kind of skipped. I wanted to check out. Maybe there is a cafe at that place. It's a community place cafe, but it was closed. So it was indefinitely closed kind of thing. So I was kind of sad and started to go home. And the last thing I wanted to do is stop at the cafe that's very near me. Well, more or less it's well, kind of the nearest to me, technically. Not really, but yes, no, definitely. Technically, it's just the nearest. And I really like the place. Um, they have hot chocolate, and it's whatever it is in it. I think it's not strawberry, the other berry. Oh, I got a message, and it's a nice message. Message I Well, my heart is sad now. So anyway, when I was going home, I stopped at this cafe and hmm, hmm, so I'm sorry. These are important messages. These are actually very important messages. So the point being, I went to this cafe, and because I wanted to check out if there are like girls in the cafe that I can ask out, maybe wink at, wink, and there haven't been really anyone. So I asked asked the cafe, and I have been here a couple of times, and there is this really nice bartender girl, well waiter, well bartender, both, and she's very tall and she's very charming, and I've kind of and I kind of asked her if she wants to catch a coffee maybe sometimes, and she said yes, and I was I got my coffee and I sit down and we have waited, and after that, when a couple customers went away, there was a bit of time, and I was like, then can I ask for your number? And she said me that it would be better if because number is good and all, but there is messenger, just on Facebook, take me up, hit me up. She gave me her name and how to on messenger and so on. So that was that was it. Girl gave me her number and so on and so forth. Yeah, pretty much that's all. I don't really know what else to attach to that. I'm kind of thinking if there is anything I'm leaving out. She's very cute, very adorable. Yeah, and she's nice. So I got her number, I wrote to her, and she just wrote me back like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, that was it. Alright, so that 40-minute story is what my day has been about. I'm thinking, oh, my OBS had this not kind of blinking, kind of shaking, and now the UI is kind of broken again. But it was really nice till this point. It was really good for 40 minutes. For some reason, nothing much changes, just the audio things kind of disappear. So yeah, it has been a long day. I'm messaging on dating sites. I have been messaging too. I really want kids, family, whatever. I want to have a girlfriend, so on and so forth. Oh my god, what was that? Yes, okay, so there is another thing I would like to mention it right away. Kind of broke my phone, my super reliable Navon phone, dual SIM, very much like, very old. I kind of dropped it, and kind of there was a cable on the I already told this, I probably a very slim cable and it tore off. So now I got the adapter for the SIM card, and I have put it into an old phone. As it comes out, there is an old, not an old, UV, maybe P20 or something phone from my father. When this was from a company event, when there is sometimes in my country countries close their daughter companies or certain branches, and then everything gets evaluated up and sold off. And they had like 20 or more of these really expensive smartphones that were older than a year or more, so they are selling these off. And it was actually taken off for free, because they weren't really selling, because you know they are terribly expensive phones, so they don't sell normally, so they can only sell for small money. And my father already bought other things, so they gave it to him, because it's really small money, because some of them are even scratched and so on and so forth. Mine is surprisingly in super good quality. I think there is like one scratch on it, maybe one on the back too, I don't know. So you see, these are not even if they will be brand new and whatever else, I'm not making up things like excuses. It could be, so that's it's depending on depending on many things, why it's like that. And whatever I wanted to say, I don't know. The point is, there was a lot of electronics that could be taken off. The laptops were a lot more expensive. Those were really hard to take, because for example, we have taken one and its battery is not working. It's a really good computer, so you know, the investment might be worthy, but you know. Yes, I know I'm silent. I'm trying to how should we, I'm trying to recalculate my thoughts. Alright? And alright, I remember what I wanted to say. So the company story aside, sometimes oh, I remember the two things I wanted to say. When something is older than a year old, a lot of times in electronics, they are evaluated as a zero priced or being thrown out or not resellable, because they have to be resold like into the market, and you can't sell everything for officially more than 50%. And if you were to take these phones to a normal seller, he would give some money for it, but the company is under being processed, so nobody is going to be like, okay, I'm going to go for 8-10 mobile phone shops to see maybe if I can get a little bit more for it. It's announced and people come and take things away, in short. The second is I have this phone now, but the problem is that it requires a nano SIM card. That's the second thing I wanted to say here. Alright, that was really hard to get to this point. You wouldn't believe how hard it was. So mine is a mini, maybe a mini, I don't know. And so I have a big adapter, the original SIM card size, and I can put it into it. So I can put it into the, alright, it blinked again. So I can put it back into the old phone, old style phone, the smart, you know, the one that is in the smartphone. And I have been using that. It's a really nice phone. For the other one, I will need to ask my service provider that I would need a nano SIM card. Wow, that's hard, because it doesn't accept anything else but that. So honestly, I wasn't sure if it's going to work, because it's a really nice phone, but I couldn't get the the SIM card, whatever SIM card and storage place. There is a little tray for it, and there is a needle hole for it, and suppose that there was an original stick for it that is not in the box. Neither is the charger, so it's just a phone. And I have taken a normal needle, you know, the thick one, the steel one, because the other one just bends like very fast. And I couldn't open it. And I tried 5 or 8 times, I just not open it. And in the end I managed to kind of open it. And I realized when I opened it, sorry, I was on Facebook for a moment. When I managed to open it, I realized I need a nano SIM card, which was absolutely horrible, and I was so sad, because this would mean that I just have no, you know, no ways to make it work. I can't really, well, I could probably try to cut it in, but I don't think it's a good idea. Alright, so I'm going to try to fix those things with time. Besides that, the day was really nice. The second thing is, because there is around 30 minutes and then I want to stop. I don't want to overdo this. So the next thing is, I'm registered on a lot of dating apps, and I actually got a couple mails that made me also very happy. I really like them, and I have been answering to them when I got home, and I also have been hyping up my friends that hey, I managed to finally talk to a girl, but that has been nice too. Girl have been requesting more photos about me, so that's nice too. Is there anything else? For now, I don't think so. I think this is all that happened to me today. I'm going to sum this up and write it down in my online diary, so my friends can see it and be happy about it. So, because I have run out of things to say about today, so I'm going to talk about yesterday. So yesterday many things happened. Oh. Sorry, I'm collecting my thoughts. I know it's weird, but I kind of need it. And I'm going to lay. I'm honestly kind of tired, so I'm going to lay back a little bit. I have been going around the city all day. Well, not for that long, like what, 6 hours, 4 hours? 4 hours. Well, I'm around kind of 4 hours. Bicycling around. So it's not that much. Yesterday, I went to play Among Us with our friends. It's kind of a, kind of popular game, and something that we have been playing for a while, because And because it's Among Us. Alright, I don't know why I broke down there. I have been playing that a lot, but not a lot. From time to time when we have time, kind of there is an everyone message that it's time for Among Us, and if those who have time come and play. And this is the first time when I met with, I heard about this French girl. First I was like, who is this bratty and sassy boy, like little boy, like whose little brother is this? And she was really nice. Yeah, and stuff as well. And she was pretty good at the game, surprisingly. Really good start. We had a good time playing it, but it was too late, so many people started going. And then one of the person was like, "Do you guys want to watch a movie?" And I was like, "Yeah." But there is like only 4 of us left, maybe 3 of us. And no, it was 4 of us maybe then, and I think one more joined, so it's kind of 5 of us. I would have, in the end, we only had 3 of us, not 4 of us. Even in the end, I remember because of something that I'm going to say later. So we watched a movie, and honestly, I kind of got PTSD because I don't really know how to talk about this with my friends. I don't really want to pester them. Then again, I don't really want to share it. But then again, that's why I have these ones. The stream and, my own text world. But I know that a lot of people this is kind of uncomfortable. I don't really want to talk about much this. So there have been scenes in this one. It's about a tower. And what kind of disturbed me, the first one is when a girl was traveling down. The thing is, there was only one big full tree that was traveling down for like 200 levels. And the first one was like when an old man, if old man said if the guy want to keep the girl, because there was an adult woman traveling down the trees, and the old man asked if we want to keep her, because it's normal that sometimes people try to keep her for a couple of days. And yeah, that was kind of disturbing. At the first time, she kind of beaten down these people, and yeah, it was disturbing. I don't say spoilers. And the next time was when someone on the above level was well, very rude for one, but then you can hear that they are mourning, and in that context it was highly disturbing for me, very much scarring. I have not liked that one, and yeah, that was brutal. We watched that movie together, and it was around 3 a.m. By the time it ended. But that was my last night. This was the first movie we watched together. It was super very brutal. I'm not going to say anything about the rest because of spoilers, and because it's a very happy stream, very happy stream. Don't want to get cursed content over it. Maybe another time, we make a very cursed content rambling. And yeah, that was like a bit of a shock. Now, things didn't end. We talked about the ending, who got what, about hope, and message of the movie, meanings, and so on and so forth. And after that, we have talked a little bit, and she asked a couple of questions about us. Maybe she's new at the server, but I'm not sure. I think she is. And the next day she was super encouraging on Discord, so it was very helpful. And After that, I have a friend that with which we are close, but we are only ever met online, kind of in a way, and we have talked about his love life. And first we have talked about on voice chat and how he's doing, how things going, and he has told me a lot of things. Of course, these are private. Hear them. Even if he listens to it back, he might not be heard. But if someone knows who is this person or recognizes me, then he can translate this to yes. So, which friends do I have the server, and who could have this been? I cannot say anything about it. I can only say that we had a really, really good talk about his love life, and it was very nice. It was very nice, and we often banter. The thing is, it's really nice to banter in every kind of ways. It's really nice, in real life, I wouldn't be daring to say the flirty things I say online. Like, I would blush so much, so much. But, you can flirt with guy friends, which, in reality, I would not be very daring to do. Both because of blushing and because they are guys. But, we are have a lot of banter and such, so yesterday was also a very good day. It was very restful, played some, and met new people. And then I'm going to be honest, today was pretty damn good too. I have gotten up very late. I have eaten. I have not eaten in noon, and I have not eaten. I don't know, maybe at 4 o'clock. No, that's not true because I have eaten at around 3. Ice cream, and then I have went to the plaza and I have eaten two cheeseburgers and some potato chips. Yep. So that was, and after that, and don't misunderstand, after that I had hot chocolate. Which berry are the ones I'm thinking about? I'm going to find out the berries I'm talking about very, very fast. The microphone is a bit low, it hits my hand. Boom, boom, boom. I hope you don't hear me typing, but it is possible. Raspberry chocolate, and I had again a cheesy little bit of roll, and it was really nice. So that is all. I think I'm going to end the stream here, and yeah, we are at 58 minutes. Tomorrow is dancing day, so we'll see how things. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I hope this was a happy story for you, and that you have liked much. Maybe I've learned from my experiences. I'm very happy if someone ever reads this or